Hey YouTube, it has been a while since I've been on here to record a video for you all, but it is time. I think it's been like probably over a year since I recorded my last video, but it's well overdue, and I just washed my hair and I'm about to retwist it, so I have more than enough time. So when I originally started this YouTube channel, I said that I was going to document like pretty much my whole spiritual journey, from where I started to where I end. Well, not even end, because it's a journey, and it really never ends. But it didn't really go that way. I recorded a couple of videos in the beginning, and then I was like, I'm not really getting the social media traction that I wanted to get, so it kind of like discouraged me a little bit, and I don't know, I kind of fell off track. But I'm in a much better space now, and I feel like, one second, I'm sorry, clips. What better time than now to update you guys on where I've been? First of all, I just want to thank my ancestors for allowing me to, get to the point where I am today to share these things with you all, and thank the Orisha that walk with me, and all the benevolent spirits that walk with me, those known and unknown. I am forever grateful for all that they do, all that they have done, and all that they are continuing to do. I'm just grateful. I came a long way from where I was, and when I started in this journey, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I know this is what I want to do, but am I gonna, wake up one day and it's gonna be a ghost sitting at the end of my bed? You know, I I was kind of skeptical, which is understood because I grew up in a Christian family, so a lot of the things that I practice now growing up, that was like, oh no, that's the devil. So of course, as a child, when you're being told these things as you're growing up, that's all you think of. You think of everything as witchcraft, and it's not witchcraft at all. And I just wish that when I was younger, I really had a little bit more freedom to choose what it was that I wanted to do, or what it was that worked for me. But of course, growing up in um, many families, especially Black families, it's like you are what your parents are. So it's like you just fall in line with that. So it took me until my late 20s, and now I'm 30, to really find out who I was. And I'm still learning who I am every day. But it's definitely been a great, great journey. A lot has changed. What I was doing for work, I was doing hair a lot. I even worked in the preschool for a little bit. I was 8th grade teacher for a little bit, and now I'm a doula. Like, did I know then that I was going to be a doula? No. One day I just woke up and was like, I want to be a doula. And it's crazy because when people decide, what it is that they want to do with their life, normally um, they have a plan. And I did have a plan, but it was sudden. I was just like, "Ooh, I want to be a doula." And when I came to wanting to be a doula, it was like I was more so thinking for the future. So I'm like, "Ooh, I think it'd be really, really beautiful, and I'll have a even greater bond with my grandchildren if I could be the one to bring them in, to the world." So that was my hopes for being a doula. Like, it's just gonna be this big spiritual family. I'm gonna bring my grandkids into the world, and they're just gonna love me, and even more of a bond because they're my grandkids and I helped them to get here. But really thinking on it now, it may not go that way for me. I have 5 children, 4 boys and 1 girl. Now my daughter, absolutely, I'm gonna be her doula. I'm gonna be her doula. She does not have a choice. I am going to be there to help her get them babies out. But I also have 4 boys, and who am I to say, you know, when my boys' girlfriends get pregnant, I'm gonna be their doula? No, they have a right to choose if they want me to be there or even be supportive in that way. They might have, a lot of family support, or even, a mom that they just feel like they're just more comfortable with her being there, and I would never stop that for them. Like, I hope that I will be allowed to at least be in the room, but if they're not comfortable with that, I do understand. I had my children, and their grandmas were not in the room. Like, I was not comfortable with that, so I will understand. But yes, I am a doula now. And I love it. I love it. So when I started out, I was a postpartum doula. And I'm like, I just knew I wanted to be a doula. And I seen a course for Dona International, and they was doing like postpartum doulas, and they was having like some type of scholarship. And I was like, oh, I could get a scholarship and I can get it for free and I could be a doula. Okay. So I started off with that. I went through the training, and as I'm in the training, I started to realize like, this is not the type of doula I want to be. Like, it was more so of like, basically after the baby was born, you come and pretty much be a nanny, like help the mom out, and pretty much when she's tired, when she's overwhelmed, you pretty much step in to, assist her so that, she has that support, which is cool. I think that's a beautiful thing. And all postpartum doulas are needed. They are very important because a lot of times when we have our children, our family is around, when we have the baby, everybody's all excited, like, new baby, and everybody's like, oh, I'm going to be around, I'm going to help, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go do that. But once the baby is born, you tend to forget about the mom, and it's like all about the baby. And that's not really fair to the mom, because I'm a firm believer is the moment a baby is born, a mother is also born, and a new mother. Every pregnancy, she's a new mother. It's a new baby. It's a new experience. All pregnancies are different. And just because everything went perfect your first pregnancy, or terrible your first pregnancy, does not mean the second pregnancy will be anything like it. 9 times out of 10, it won't. They're all different. So I just think that's very, very important. So I do respect the role of a postpartum doula. I think they are great. They are very beneficial. And if you are a postpartum doula, kudos to you, because you are needed and you are appreciated. But me, that wasn't really what I had envisioned for me as a doula. So in my head, I'm like I said, I'm going to bring my grandkids into the world. So in my head, I'm gonna be in a delivery room. I'm gonna be helping people have babies, and that's the kind of doula I see myself as. Now, let me say this: going into it, what I thought a doula was is nothing what a doula is. Maybe I was a little, like I said, I jumped into it, so it wasn't like something I was studying on for a while. I was just like, ooh, doula. Let me be a doula. I want to help bring my grandkids into the world. So doula is the role that I'm going to do. Whole time in my head, I'm thinking doula, but what I really was interested in was midwifery. Now, like I said, I want to bring my grandkids into the world. So in my head, I'm going to be the one down there catching the baby. No, that is not a doula, and that is not the role of a doula. That is a midwife. A doula is a person who assists, um they assist midwives. They are the ones who, when you're in pain, they're like, okay, sway like this, move your body like this, or, giving you different pointers onto how to pretty much um, ease the pain and the stress, help you to relax so that you can go into labor and pretty much just support you, be there for you, to guide you. And a lot of doulas, like me, I am a holistic doula. So I'm the doula. You call on me, I'm gonna be like, okay, you know, you can mix this and this and this in the tea, drink that. I'm the doula that's coming into the delivery room. I got my little heating bowl pot with my herbs in it that has different aromas that's going to go through the room, that's going to help calm you, that's going to help, different things like that. That's me as a doula. I also did a little bit of massage, so I know different massage techniques that you can use to, just alleviate some of the stress and some of the pain associated with labor, because labor is not easy. So I love being a doula. Um, would I continue my education and become a midwife? Absolutely. That is still my dream. I plan to open my own birthing center. I plan to, you know, a black birthing center too, because the infant mortality rate for us is crazy. It is crazy. And a lot of times when we go to the hospitals, they offer us different medications, and they kind of push C-sections a lot when, in all actuality, they're not even necessary. It's like, yes, I could have had a, C-section to help or assist, or, speed my delivery up a little better, but was it actually necessary? Was it really needed? Was it a life-threatening situation where it was, let's get this baby out now? And 9 times out of 10, it's not. Also, a lot of people think that as a doula, if they request to have a doula, that it means that they're going to have a home birth. That is not true. I am a doula. I have not been a doula long. I've only been a doula for about almost a year, and I've never had a home birth. Would I like to experience a home birth? Absolutely. I think it is a beautiful thing, but it is not a necessity in having a doula. There's doulas that come to the hospital and assist you in the same ways they would assist you at home. The difference is it's a little easier for doulas at home, because some hospitals tend to kick against doulas because they're like, oh no, they like to say like doulas are in the way, or pretty much that doulas try to do their job for them, which is not necessarily true. Our job is to advocate for our clients. If you're telling them, oh, this is what we have to do, it is our job to talk to our clients and give them their options. The doctor says this is what they want to do, but what do you want to do? How do you want your birth to look? That's our jobs. Like I said, hospitals, they tend to kick against doulas because they don't really like that interference. They like, you know, they feel like if there's a doula in the room, the client is going to more so go off of what their doula say than what they say. But really, we're going off what our clients say. 9 times out of 10, we done already sat down prior to the birth. At least me as a doula, we done sat down more than once, and we done went over the birthing plan. We done went over how want your birthing experience to look. We done went over pros and cons. No, we're going into it expecting a vaginal natural delivery, but what if the pain gets too intense? Is there a certain point where you want me to say, okay, we need the epidural now? Or is there a time where you want me to say, we thought that, this was the better option, but now this is what we want. Like, we're not going to just go with one thing and stick with it. Because like I said, every birth is different. Before, you might have had a birth and, you know, you did great. You got the epidural, but it went so quick. You didn't need the epidural. And it's like, oh, my next birth, I ain't going to have no epidural. I did it just fine this time. The pain, it wasn't as intense as I thought it was. I didn't even need it. And then you go into the birth and it's like immediately. And it's like, whoo, I thought that I didn't need it, but I do. So, you know, there's different things that is to look at. And me as a doula, my job is to make sure that you are comfortable no matter what turns we may take, no matter what may happen. We're going to be prepared. And sometimes that's impossible. Like, things happen that are completely unexpected, completely uncommon, and you know, you just have to work with it. But why not weigh out all your options in the beginning so that you're like, okay, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and if all else fails, then we're going to just do this. Like, it's better to, you know, be prepared than to, you know, something happens and the doctor come in and say, okay, we're going to have to do an emergency C-section. And now you in the bed crying because you ain't think you was going to get a C-section. And now all of a sudden you have to have an emergency C-section, and you ain't talked about no C-section with nobody. And it's a rush. And now you crying because you like, oh my God, is my baby okay? My baby going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? You know, talk about that ahead of time. That's what your doula is for, to prepare you for the unexpected. So I love it. I love being a doula. I really, really do. Um, and then, as far as my, you know, my spiritual journey, I was told after I became a doula that, you know, that was my purpose anyway. I have a lot of ancestors that were doulas and midwives. So I was destined to be that. So it kind of just fell in line. And it's crazy because when that thing that happens, and then you like, wait a minute, you know, that did suddenly pop in my head, like out of nowhere. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be a doula. And then I'm a doula. And then all comes to find out, I was been supposed to be a doula. It's like, you know, this journey has been everything that I ever expected. Like, if I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, wow. Like, back then I thought, you know, like I was really coming into myself, like, you know, oh, look, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, you know, everything is unfolding for me. And I look at it now and I'm like, whoa, I was nowhere near where I am now. And I still feel like I'm a baby in this. I'm a baby in this spiritual journey. I am a baby. I am still learning. And I'm so much further than what I was. Like, it is crazy. I love it. But we are 18 minutes in, and I do not want to hold y'all for too long. I just wanted to post a video and let y'all know that I'm still here. I'm still on this journey. Um, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. I will try to begin to post videos more, especially as of the first of the year. In 2024, I want to really start posting more. I don't want to make a promise right now that I can't keep, because last time I said I was going to, you know, update y'all on my whole journey, and it just didn't go that way for me. So I'm going to update y'all as much as I can. I have so many things to update y'all about. That was just where you know, I'm a doula now. Like, I have so much more that I have learned, that I have experienced, that I still have to tell y'all. But again, we almost at 20 minutes, and I'm not even going to do that to y'all. So stay tuned for my next video. Stay tuned for my videos about the Orisha and how I got to know the Orisha, how, you know, close I am with my ancestors now. Initiation, hopefully soon. the elay that I joined. It's so much that I have to tell y'all. But that's all for now. Talk to y'all soon. Bye, YouTube.